Welcome, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're late, you're on the way. Be careful, drive careful. It will be recorded on YouTube anyway, and you can access that anytime. Thank you so much for joining me in my journey of mistakes so you can actually feed from them and move yourself forward. Today, in the unfinished workout, I'm going to be talking about food. Food is a huge subject for us humans. We humans tend to live together but smash each other as we go through life, and you can see that every day with like every single news that you hear, how you work out, and how you interact with others. It's something. A good friend of mine the other day made a comment about something about the human race and the things that we do to each other, and how much we can actually get better with that, with the way we treat each other and the way we interact, the way we eat, and I'm talking about food specifically. The way we eat is so hugely important. It can't get any bigger than anything. Without that, nothing happens. That creation between the food and your body and how it benefits itself is something like is amazingly is perfection to its best. También en español te voy a estar hablando un poco de comida también para que vayas sentando cabeza más o menos de estas cosas que trabajan para ti y que únicamente tienes un cuerpo que es para ti y cómo puedes lograr a que sea lo mejor de ti. Um, we're going to be talking about different, do you eat for beliefs, or do you eat for the things that you need for your body? It's time to wake up, right? It's time to uh, realize that my broccoli might be your poison and such, and many other foods that we eat, uh, based on what we see in the advertisement, the media, marketing, like coming in and out of your brain and using these colors to distract you from the real you and from the quietness, distracting you from the quietness that we need on the table to consume something that actually gives you energy to keep going with your life. If you're eating something that is taking energy from you, then that's not for you or for anybody. We are alive human beings. We are alive, and we need to eat food that has life within so we can keep going with our constantly feeding ourselves and moving forward, right? Tenemos que comer cosas que están vivas porque estás en un cuerpo vivo, y así mismo nos vamos identificando con lo que necesitamos y nos seguimos moviendo hacia adelante. Um, that brings me to a question of like, at what age do we give up? At what age? To me, it was like 40 years old. You begin to hear friends and family like, "Oh, we're going downhill. We're going downhill. From here, everything gets worse. You won't be able to do the things that you did when you were 18." Well, I challenge you to look at yourself at 80 years old. What do you see? Do you see someone healthy? Do you see someone like, oh, crippled? So it's your decision once again. This is your body, your antenna that you can take care of as we go with food. So let's pay attention to who dictates what. Like, have you heard, like, it's what they say, and we many times I joke about it many times with my students. Like, who's them? Like, who is them that we let them access your being to manage yourself? We give permission to avatars, our marketers, to go into our system to make decisions for us and to create beliefs that, for the most part, damage you. We go back to, remember when we spoke about body types, how we are so different from each other. Then we eat for the needs of your type, and you always look forward to look what's the best for you. ¿Se acuerdan cuando estuvimos hablando de los diferentes tipos de cuerpo, de endomorfo, ectomorfo y todo eso? Y cómo debes comer de acuerdo a cómo tú te ves. The other day, it was something really sad to hear for a young man trained by a famous coach, that he wanted his student to reach a 6% body fat, which I think is completely insane, particularly for this body type of this kid. We have to remember, as coaches, as and also as just normal human beings, that fat is essential for the human body. It's a precursor of all the hormones. It's in your brain. 60% of your brain is fat, is saturated fat is around your heart. So under stressful situations, you can rely on that. So we are made perfect from perfection. And somehow, for whatever reason, when commercial farming came in, it's like we're telling God that He made a mistake, and we're like completely going and changing things and making food into different colors or bigger because it seems like as a mistake, or it's based on this fear of we will run out of food. Well, you're not from here anyway. So if we run out of food, that's the law of the universe. So we deal with it. But in the meantime, we have to recognize that we need to eat according to how the environment fits you. Like your weather plays a role, your mood, and your mood has to do with your sleep. So there's a combination of different things. But food, great food, is always going to give you that sense of vitality and health while it makes you feel better in your body. So, y te lo digo en español también para que vayamos aprendiendo que la comida va dándonos ese deseo, no, ese sentido de vitalidad y de salud a través de la comida. Como te dije ahorita, porque estamos vivos, comemos vivos, y de ahí nos juntamos las enzimas y seguimos hacia adelante y pensamos mejor, dormimos mejor, nos ponemos menos moody. Y también cuando uno come a sus horas, específicamente, también puedes hasta salvar tu relación. I was just saying that when you eat according to the hours that you should be eating, usually it's like no more than in every 4 hours you munch on something, but as a rule of thumb, not being specific to your particular system. But it is so powerful that you can save your relationships from, like, you have heard hungry before. So this doesn't matter what you are. I'm going to read this from my book that I wrote like a couple of years ago. It's like whatever your specific nutrition philosophy, whether you're fruitarian, vegetarian, pescatarian, carnivore, or even a breatharian. Believe it or not, there's people that live their life from air. Whatever you think about it is what you think, but there are people out there that actually feed themselves from the air that they breathe in, from prana, is called, from energy in the air. So whatever you are, the key to feeling inner peace is in balancing your sugar levels. So think about that. Your sugar imbalances led to feelings of rage, dizziness, headache, spinal pain, nausea, impatience, and weakness. And by controlling your sugar levels, you can stop this physiological pain and make yourself more level emotionally as well. So food makes you. It makes the saliva of tomorrow, the eyes of tomorrow, the tongue of tomorrow, the hair of tomorrow. So you're actually made by what you eat. And I wanted to share with you something. There's a video by a famous actor that you're about to recognize. And I was so happy, so I was just extremely happy that I could get some kind of backup from a celebrity at that level, because we humans tend to respond to people that spend a lot of time in camera. But in the past, it's always been quite the opposite of what we get from celebrities, right? They go into the advertisement of everybody has to look skinny, like not like healthy skinny, almost like a broom looking of people, thinking that that's the best way to look. And remember, as you've been listening before, how we have different body types. Then looking at the best self of an endomorph, for example, it's not how an ectomorph look. So we have taken, and trainers been doing this too, we have taken all these people that you can see muscles on and making us believe that that's health. Well, you can have someone really skinny showing the muscles and spend their life with many kind of diseases, and also diarrhea and many other things that you can get from just like suppressing yourself on the foods that you really eat. So I'm about to play the video for you right now, and you'll see. I am so happy about it, and enjoy it. I see you in a little bit.
Have high blood pressure, or was I eating myself into high blood pressure?
Right.
Got it.
I had the epiphany that I actually don't know anything about food. All of the time that I had trained, and I know how to eat to make my body look muscular.
Right.
But I actually don't know how to eat to feel good.
Yeah.
I don't know how to eat to be healthy.
So you would only eat for your physical appearance and not for how you felt.
Not for how I felt. Deadshot was probably the tightest and the leanest that I've ever been. But I had headaches all the time. But I was like, it's cool because I'm squeezing
It's
down,
cool
squeezing
'cause
my
I
body
look
fat.
dope.
I look great. I'm Deadshot. I'm Deadshot.
Yeah.
And
Wow,
I couldn't
that's-
believe that I got to 50 years old without knowing you literally are what you eat.
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah.
Like nobody
your
talks
body.
about food like that. Nobody really teaches children, people in general, about
Nutrition.
About nutrition.
Not a lot of kids know
Even though I don't know the guy, I'm so thankful that this happened. This is a shock to humanity that working out is not about showing your abs. Working out is not about showing your muscles or stripping to the world. Even though you can, that's cool, and you say it's time to celebrate if that makes you feel better. But you have to think about something. Organs, los órganos, organs are way more important than muscles. He said it himself right there. Like, I could look cut, I could flex, I look good. He looked for the rest, and he was living his life with headaches. Not until this particular moment that he came out actually with his family and say that he wasn't feeling well. And like that, many other people. It doesn't have to be an actor, celebrity, but you that are following certain diet to believing that that's the way to do it, and you leave yourself miserable. So you're looking good and feeling terrible. It happens all the time. So it's time to stop that. It's time to pay attention to eating to your organs according to how your organs need that. And every single meal that you eat is a choice. So every single time you put food through your lips, it's a way to fulfill your body and to nurture yourself. We many times, especially in this country, eat to get full, right? Like we eat because we want to get the belly full. But there's a few times where people like me tell you, like, we need to eat to nurture yourself. So there's something to keep thinking about it. I am so thankful when I saw the first time this video. I was really happy because many times as a practitioner, you feel that you have to fight even the medical system. The BMI, for example, it's really a joke. For the BMI, the body mass index, if you want to know what it means, it takes your, I actually find out not that long ago that actually was made for males, and we use it for male and females. And somehow someone's behind all this. Estamos hablando de la BMI. Que hay alguien detrás de todo esto, una forma que hicieron de que tú eres, tu estatura y tu peso tiene que ver con tu salud. That your height and your weight has to do with your health. So me, I'm obese because I'm 5'7.5", 5'8" on the card, and I weigh almost 200 pounds because it's my choice and it's where I feel the best. I like to feel my muscles, and I like how I feel inside of me, and I can think. And I can be a dad, I can be a coach, and I feel good within myself, and that's what works for me according to my type. So that's what I preach to people, to be eating according and behaving to what's the best for you, including your workouts as well. So the BMI is something that is a joke. I actually was in conversation with the nurse, and I was like, do you guys still use BMI? And she was kind of laughing, embarrassed. It needs to get better. The excuse is usually that it's too much work. Well, I mean, health should be customized anyway, and get the people involved. Get the people are waking up a little bit, and I'm very happy about that because we keep asking questions to doctors, not to challenge but to learn. And it's almost like church. When you ask too many questions, you kind of like are like sent to the side because you're like rebelling against the system. But it's not that. We just want to learn, and people are waking up because we want to feel better. And whatever we're doing, it's not working. So we keep visiting the same places that got you in the problem to begin with. So it's something that can be fixed. It takes work, but if we do it together, we can. And it starts with thinking a little different. You know, when you eat, you're not supposed to feel bloated. When you eat, you're not supposed to get headaches. When you eat, you're not supposed to get itchy. When you eat, your eyes shouldn't burn. When you eat, even though your digestion's working and your blood releases to digest, your heart rate should not go up super crazy. So it's your body constantly giving you messages of what you put in your system, and also when we eating junk of any kind, that how the body take from itself to convert that food into energy to get it out of the system, because it's not nutrition in what you eat. It happens a lot with junk food and like potato chips and stuff like that, depending on the brand on how they process that stuff. But it takes from you what you eat. How weird, right? So it's like you put something in your system to feel better, but it takes actually from your bones and organs to give themselves so they can break down whatever you ate to get it out of the system. So if we reverse that and we begin to pay attention to your cravings as well. For example, I've heard this morning, actually really early in the morning, like this person is like craving ice cream, and yeah, that's cool. We have different cravings of any kinds. You sometimes crave vegetables. Sometimes you crave whatever you crave. So when you crave, it's because your body is in need of something. It's always looking to stay alive. The body is not looking to be, oh, I'm looking good. Your body is looking to stay alive. So in order for that to happen, you begin to crave what you need. So what happens is that we go for quick fixes, right? It's because your macronutrients ratios are off, like protein, carbohydrates, and fats are off. So your body, smart enough, crave whatever you need, but humans get involved and give you what you need, but they damage it a little bit. But in craving the fat, maybe you can find it in oils, but because it's quicker and sugary on ice cream in this particular case, then you go there. I'm not saying don't do it. Do it. Enjoy it to begin with. You're not going to eat ice cream every day anyway. So, estoy hablando de los antojos. ¿Por qué la gente tiene antojos? La gente tiene antojos porque no comiste bien, no cogiste el radio bien de proteína, carbohidratos y grasa. Y el cuerpo tan inteligente busca la forma de cómo encontrar esas comidas, pero de una forma rápida. Y ahí es que entra el humano tratando de coger a los demás de zángano y saber esas cosas y jugar con tu filosofía, con tu psicología. Y entra, y en este caso fue, pues te comes un mantecado, helado, ice cream, y buscas ese azúcar. ¿Te acuerdas lo que te hablé de los niveles de azúcar? Mantenerlo, te buscas esa azúcar rápida con esa grasa para que puedas comértelo y pueda estabilizar tu cuerpo. Pero ese es lo que el cuerpo está pidiendo. Y eso no está mal. Eso no está mal. Eso es algo bien poderoso que el cuerpo hace buscando la nutrición. The body always looks a way to nurture itself. So, with that being said, I have solutions for you. So, it's a cool picture that you're going to see. It's going to see H2O. Everybody knows in the world H2O is water. So, I took it and I put hydrate for the H. The 2, you put a 1 on the top. You drink half. Hydrate half of your body weight in ounces. You can copy that. You can have it. You can put on your phone in the background, and you can enjoy it. This for you. The other day I was working out, and when I work out, as you know now, it's a form of meditation. So many things just come to my brain, and I either write them down, and I want to share that with you. We made it all pretty thanks to the fabulous team and the people that work around me, that they can finally I have found someone that really understands what I'm trying to talk about. So, hydration is really important. Have your body weight in ounces, la mitad de tu cuerpo en hidratación al día de agua. Y si bebes café o cualquier bebida que te deshidrata, tienes que beber más agua. If you drink coffee or any drink that dehydrates you, then you need to increase the water intake. So, it'll be a little bit more than half of your body weight in ounces, and athletes usually need to drink more water. So Another things that you need to for your food to play the role in your system to move you forward is to calm yourself down before you sit down on the table. Drinking some water 10 to 15 minutes before you sit to eat is beneficial. Those things are just like things that someone come up with, right? So it could be 5 for you, it could be 2 minutes for you. So you find out what really works for you, right? So you begin to pay attention to your breathing before you eat, in and out, and you calm yourself down. And that is done to bring your parasympathetic system into action so you can actually calm down and digest. So you're thinking, all this thing about positive thinking and all that, it's not just that. It's like you sit and you think how you can have some transformation of yourself and how you can be better. Believe me, you have the answers. You have the answers within yourself. You got to keep your antenna straight so you can get the messages. But use that gut feeling that we always get, right? That you can feel when you like someone or that you don't like someone that you don't even know. Because you get a feeling, you get a vibration from the person. Use that to move yourself forward. Lo que estoy diciendo es que cuando te sientas a comer, que practiques como la calma, respirar, prestar atención a cómo estás respirando, bajar las revoluciones, como uno dice, para que el sistema parasimpatético del sistema nervioso comience a calmarte, para que puedas digerir bien la comida que te estás ingiriendo, para que sea lo máximo que tú puedes coger de esa comida y absorberlo. These things that I'm talking about also going to help your sleep, which is going to fix your mood. Is many times you go around, you look people that are a little moody sometimes. It usually has to do with sleeping patterns. I remember from 10:30 to 2:30, 10:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. your immune system repairs. From 2:30 to 6:30, your physical body repairs. So those are needed because we live in a world where there's a sun and a moon, and there's some patterns to follow. This is data. I'm not inventing this. Is how the body works. So cuando uno come mejor, duermes mejor. Desde las 10:30 de la noche a 2:30 de la mañana, tu sistema inmune se repara. Y de 2:30 a 6:30 de la mañana, tu cuerpo se repara también para que pueda seguir tener un día normal al otro día. Porque esto es importante, porque repara tu mood, en la forma en que te sientes, en la forma en que tratas y te interaccionas con los diferentes seres humanos. Why is this so important? Is because it has to do with you and your life. You don't have to be in fitness. You don't have to be a freak about exercising. I want you to be a freak on what works for you. So there are parameters out there. Look for great information. I'll give you some really good information that I want you to challenge. So don't believe me. Go ahead and try the things for yourself and you see how you feel. And maybe you can even fix. So when I work with metabolic typing and some people, I challenge them to break out from the parameters that we have so you can actually feel what I'm talking about. Yeah, go ahead and drink the beer that you're talking about and do it often so you see how you feel and see how you act the next day. So I constantly challenge people to find the best self. Don't take information and take it so drastic that you have to live your life like other people want you to believe. So this whole psychology on TV, marketing advertisers, they know these things, which it brings other topic, right? Like, I don't know how you as a human being, knowing that what you're doing is wrong or misleading to others, or even like the 6% body fat comment can lead people to like eating disorders, which is really serious. And as I keep learning about eating disorders, which when I started my career almost 20 years ago, it was really, really present into certifications and different ways that you learn stuff. So now it's like fading again, but there's some people out there, there's some good companies that and charities that are doing a great job to help you find information about that. So Tengo a Brenda Rosario por aquí. Sí, se altera el horario de acostarse más temprano o más tarde. Igual se corren las horas de rehabilitarse. Son los diferentes sistemas. Sí, se afecta porque primero te puedes acostumbrar. El cuerpo, acuérdate que el cuerpo, Brenda, siempre va a querer estar vivo. Por eso él se adapta. Por eso la gente cojea cuando tiene dolor. Porque se está constantemente adaptando al dolor. Lo mismo pasa con el dormir. El dormir no es que esto se inventó así. Es que como el ciclo menstrual de las mujeres tiene que ver también con la luna y la marea del mar, es porque vivimos en un mundo y en una tierra donde hay magnetismo y todo tiene un control de algo, ¿verdad? Somos un sistema lleno de sistemas. So, todo este flujo de agua y saliendo cosas del cuerpo y tiene que ver con el homeostasis, que es el balance interno del cuerpo. Si pasa algo con el dormir, te vas a acostumbrar, el cuerpo te va a acostumbrar y va a siempre a querer curarse, a querer sanar para el próximo día. Pero esencialmente es de las horas que yo mencioné, de 10:30 a 2:30 y de 2:30 a 6:30, porque la luna y el sol tienen que ver, tú te vas a despertar con el sol porque la luz te da y eso despierta las glándulas adrenales y es estrés del bueno para que te puedas despertar y seguir con tu día. Y la luna no tiene tanta luz, pues te ayuda a que sueltes melatonin. Melatonin en español es que, me dices tú, y te ayuda, está aquí y te da ese dolorcito de cabeza que es como el que te manda a dormir. Pero eso, mira, si hay una persona que trabaja hasta tarde o hasta muy temprano, el cuerpo se va a ir acostumbrando, y eso es lo que tienes que hacer porque pues tú trabajas para producir para ti mismo y para tu familia. Pero siempre que tengas una ventana de cambio en el que puedas cambiar tu ambiente, también siempre está abierta. Y puedes entrar por ahí y crear muchos cambios para beneficiarte a ti mismo. The question was in Spanish and it was for someone in Puerto Rico. It was about sleeping patterns. If you get used to it, if you have to sleep or wake up not in that pattern that I'm talking about. And look, one of the information I'm giving you is that we live with the sun and the moon. It's like the menstrual cycle in females, right? Like it has to do with the tides of the sea and the full moon and all those things. So we are part of the earth that we live in, right? So there's a system that fulfill the other systems and it brings internal balance in our bodies called homeostasis. So, but also explaining that if you have to work late because you got to do it for your family and for yourself, and that's the way you live your life, then your body always wants to stay alive. So you got to do what you got to do. But I was also saying that there's also a small window of change that not only necessarily you can go through it, you can open it bigger and create some changes in your life and the things that you go through to become a better you. So if you have like a health issue that that push you to create changes in the body when it comes to these things, then it's up to you to change it. So do I make money doing something else and I fix my sleep, or I stay here and I hustle because I need it and my family needs it? I throw it back at you. It's your decision. It's what we do. So sleeping is really important. We can speak it like hours on that. It's a really cool topic, and I love it because it reminds us how close we are to the earth and where we live. And I know sometimes when you talk about these things, like, but hey, there's the law. There's the sun and there's the moon. We're on the earth. And when you look out there and you look at the stars tonight, like I actually wrote in my book one time as part of the homework, you begin to realize how small you are in comparison with how big we think we are. So you begin to think like, wow, so we are connected somehow. So these are the little things that we need to think about and pay attention. So once again, back to you, and I'll be here to support you. All right, my friends. Remember, I will be in my hometown of Puerto Rico next week. So el programa live va a ser desde Puerto Rico. el próximo viernes a la misma hora. Voy a estar por allí viendo familia, amigos, a disfrutar de mis raíces, a comer mucho, porque eso es lo que hacemos y lo disfrutamos entre amigos, con buenas amistades, y a pasarla bien. I will be in Puerto Rico. I will be there with my friends, family. The show will be from there. You get to see different things, different background and stuff. So, the unfinished workout. Brenda says, thank you so much for the explanation. It is very interesting. We really have to talk about all these things and mention some of the cool stuff. So, of course, we can talk about that anytime. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're part of my journey, as we all are, right? We just fight with each other so much. The human race, we keep smashing each other. It's time to get up and help each other. We all level. Let's move each other forward and enjoy from this. This is the unfinished workout. I'm loving it as much as you are. Thank you so much. I see you from my hometown pretty soon. And blessings your way. Thank you.